Epilogue. I lie on the couch in front of the television. In front of me, a plate of microwave fish sticks grows cold. On the screen, a cartoonized skater is sulking. He's not a very good skater, I think. Or maybe he's a great skater. I keep forgetting to read the subtitles. It's hard to concentrate on pretty much anything these days. Vivi comes into the room and flops down on the couch. Heather won't text me back, she says. I turned up on Vivi's doorstep a week before, exhausted, my eyes red with weeping. Rannoch and his coterie had carried me across the sky on one of their horses and dumped me on a random street in a random town. I'd walked and walked until I had blisters on my feet, and I began to doubt my ability to navigate by the stars. Finally, I stumbled into a gas station with a taxi refueling and was startled to remember taxis existed. By then, I didn't care that I had no money with me and that Bibi was probably going to pay him with a handful of glamour leaves. But I didn't expect to arrive and find Heather gone. When she and Vivi came back from Fairy, I guess she had a lot of questions, and then Sid had more questions, and finally Vivi admitted to glamouring her. That's when everything totally unraveled. Vivi removed the glamour, and Heather got her memories back. Heather moved out. She's sleeping at her parents' house, so Vivi keeps hoping she might still come back. Some of her stuff is here: clothes, her drafting table, a set of unused oil paints. She'll text you when she's ready, I say, although I am not sure if I believe that. She's just trying to get her head straight. Just because I am bitter about romance doesn't mean everyone else needs to be. For a while, we just sit on the couch together, watching the cartoon skater fail to land jumps and fall in helpless and probably unrequited love with his coach. Soon, Oak will come home from school, and we will pretend that things are normal. I will take him into the wooded part of the apartment complex and drill him on the sword. He doesn't mind, but to him it's only messing around, and I don't have the heart to scare him into seeing swordplay differently. Vivi takes a fish stick off my plate and dredges it through the ketchup. How long you going to keep sulking? You were exhausted from being locked up in the undersea. You were off your game. He got one over on you. It happens. Whatever, I say, as he eats my food. If you hadn't gotten captured, you would have mopped the floor with him. I am not even sure what that means, but it's nice to hear. She turns to me with her cat eyes just like her father's. I wanted you to come to the mortal world. Now you're here. Maybe you'll love it. Give it a chance. I nod non-committally. And if you don't love it, she says, lifting an eyebrow, you can always join Maddock. I can't, I say. He tried and tried to recruit me, but I kept turning him down. That ship sailed. She shrugs. He wouldn't. Okay, he would care. He'd make you grovel a lot, and he'd bring it up awkwardly in work councils for the next couple of decades, but he'd take you. I give her a stern look. And what? Work to put Oak on the throne? After everything we've done to keep him safe? Work to hurt Gardan, Vivi says with a fierce light in her eyes. She has never been particularly forgiving. Right now, I am glad of it. How? I say, but the strategic part of my brain is grinding slowly back into action. Grimson is still in play. If he could make a crown for Balakin, what could he do for me? I don't know, but don't worry about it yet, Bibi says, getting up. Revenge is sweet, but ice cream is sweeter. She goes to the freezer and removes a tub of mint chocolate chip. She brings that and 2 spoons back to the sofa. For now, accept this delight and worth it, though it is for the Queen of Fire in exile. I know she doesn't mean to mock me, but the title stings anyway. I pick up my spoon. You must be strong enough to strike and strike and strike again without tiring. The first lesson is to make yourself that strong. Wit bathed in the flickering light of the screen. Vivi's phone is silent on the coffee table. My mind is whirling. Hey guys, it's Sergi talking. This chapter ended up being really short, but I didn't want to make it longer than it was with the opinion and everything. or to put it in a separate episode like I did last time. These episodes where I talk and everything drain way more energy from me than reading, as you have realized. So I'll try not getting too much stuck or making it too long, but probably it will be longer than this epilogue, I guess. First with the book opinion, like the book was obviously way better than The Cruel Prince, even if it had some plot holes with plot twists out of nowhere also, but I guess they'll explain things later. And it was also way more challenging recording it with all those new characters, so sometimes I messed up swapping letters from some words or doing the wrong voices. But I realized I make also mistakes in my native languages, so what can I say? Also, my cat always running around and even my dog barking sometimes make me lose focus or skip things. I bet some noises must have sneaked in the recording sometimes. But back to the book. Right or wrong, I think you deserve pretty much what she got from Cardan. Like being exiled from Fiery maybe was a bit too much, but like I understand she can trust him, but she's been giving him orders and ordering him all around and imposing her power on him the whole time. Like she even killed Balekin after being told specifically not to, and a lot more things that were a bit unnecessary. Whether Balekin deserved being killed or not, like that's another thing. And then we have Maddock, who I think has been moving the strings in the dark since the beginning, like with Locke and maybe even with the Ghost, but I don't know for sure. But we'll see what he has read under his sleeves during next book, I guess, about that. Also, I got a box set with the trilogy, and I'm pretty happy about it. Too bad for not liking them, I guess. But that means I'll read the third one on paper. Not sure how it will turn out, because until now I was reading on Kindle. But we'll manage it, I guess. And the last thing I have to say is that I may be too busy soon with work and everything, so if it happens, I'll go back to one chapter per episode, something like that, because I want to try to keep bringing them, even if that happens. And I even recorded some things in advance, just in case. But anyways, tomorrow I'll start with the new book, and we'll see what happens with Youth Garden and the Fiery World, I guess. We have a date. See you guys.